Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for Shadowland number 2 and then the Bullseye Shadowland one shot. There's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read your book, then come back later. Because we're going to spoil some stuff. I'm going to first start with this one. This book was pretty crappy. Basically, it's Bullseye's dead, and some of his criminal buddies who worship Bullseye feel that he's being disrespected because he doesn't have a proper funeral. So they have a funeral. And they go to different places where they met Bullseye, and one of the guys who's involved is hallucinating that he's hearing Bullseye talk to him. And, Matt and his ninjas come in and save Ned Leeds because they get Ned to cover the story. This is so stupid. It's not necessary. All they're doing is they're just trying to get your $3.99 because they can slap Bullseye's name on it. Don't buy it. Don't be fooled. Don't buy it. Next up is Shadownland number 2. This one wasn't too bad. It's a kind of a letdown when you consider everything that happened beforehand. This is written by Andy Diggle and pencils by Billy Tan. And the art I really like, so that part was still a strong part for me. Basically, you have a guy who's swallowing a balloon, and he goes into the Shadowland. So, basically what he wants is he wants to get arrested by the ninjas and thrown in whatever prison that they're holding the cops at. So, next up we go to Danny and Luke, and they're at the soup kitchen. There's a little ruckus. They're talking about Matt going crazy, killing Bullseye. Fisk comes in with Lady Deadpool, and basically he's telling the heroes, you gotta do something. So we need to form an alliance. Daredevil's telling Black Tarantula, hey, we need to get better ninjas, no first stringers, and we're going to be expanding our territory. And he basically is giving an ultimatum to the heroes: either you join us or you're against us. Fisk had Lady Bullseye go off on a mission to get a summoning scroll, and he summons somebody. You win yourself a pat on the back if you can figure out who this person is. Your clue is boot, and the word vengeance. That's your clue. And there's some fire. Okay. Anyways, we have Iron Fist, Misty, Colleen, Master of Kung Fu himself, and Luke, and then they basically want to talk to Daredevil. They lied their way in because they said that they wanted to join up, but they're like, no, look, man, we don't really want to join, we just need to talk because you're taking things too far. Well, that's going on. Spider-Man shows up, and we go into the prison system down below in the sewers, where there are all the cops and the SWAT team and people like that. The guy who was captured earlier basically pukes out the balloon, and he says that he's got some lockpicks. So he's going to let them out. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled who Kingpin summoned, now's a good time to stop, because you're going to find out in just a second here. Guy picks the locks. Cops are going, hey, let us out. He's like, shh, I got to figure out the layout of the land, and I'll let you out. Well, they're hearing this noise, and sure enough, it's Kingpin summoned Ghost Rider. I really like this page. I think this is a really, really cool picture of Ghost Rider, especially when you have the chain going on. I think the head is pretty cool. Fire on the tires. I think this part was really cool. And basically the Ghost Rider cuts through all the bars and lets the people out. And when Daredevil learns of this, he's like, you guys basically try to keep me occupied while you sent people in to free the cops, so it's dead or alive time and they're battling. Now, overall, I'm like, something that has me wondering is, with Daredevil's hypersenses, couldn't he have possibly heard maybe Ghost Rider running through the prison below? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. I thought the art was good, like I mentioned earlier. the story's progressing, but I think it progressed in a way that was very expected. You have a bunch of heroes talking to Matt's friends, and instead of it basically followed the formula of, well, they're going to have to fight now, because otherwise who else is Daredevil going to fight? And I understand that there's not much they can do, but to me, when I read it, I'm like, having the Ghost Rider in there was one thing, but you need to spice it up a little bit more, because we were on a real high with the death of Bullseye, and now you basically just shot us straight down. And this issue just wasn't, I don't think it was that much of an impact, that much meaningful. And I understand they're just building the story now, but I think it lacks something that made it special. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. If you have, do you think it was a good idea to bring Ghost Rider into this mess? I think it was just okay. Kind of makes sense, but I don't like how the Kingpin could just summon the Ghost Rider once he got a hold of the scroll. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more reviews up later.